Namaskar. Welcome to Conversations with Rakesh, the first question that you sent me for 2022. Rakesh, I worked in a reputed company for many years. The work culture was very toxic, but I kept going because I needed the money to secure myself financially. I am now out of that toxic workplace and I'm starting my next innings. Any tips on what I should do to plan my second innings differently? You know, while you were explaining the toxic workplace, this ad, which one is one of my favorite ads, I think it was done by Naukri.com, and the ad had this amazing uh, character, a boss called Hari Sadhu, and his employees were really sick of him. And they positioned this ad that Naukri.com can help you find a better boss, not like Hari Sadhu. So I can understand what you are going through, and I'm very happy to hear that you are out of this Hari Sadhu kind of a place that you worked with and made ton of money, and now you're starting a new innings. Toxic workplaces can be extended to toxic relationships, toxic homes, toxic friendships, toxic clients, toxic managers, toxic neighborhoods. All these things have a reason why they are important for us to understand. We call them toxic relationships and toxic workplaces because the word itself gives the meaning. They are toxic, they are poisonous. And my first suggestion to you is that I want you to pause and think about this poison that has impacted your life. You have gone through a massive toxic period, and that toxicity has gone inside you. So it's very critical for you to not look at career without understanding the damage this toxicity may have caused you and first fix that. And this toxicity usually happens with our way we think, the way we behave, and the way we act. To give you an example, there is again this amazing movie called Secret Superstar, a brilliant movie where there's a young girl, comes from a very conservative family, loves to sing, but her father is a amazingly harsh human being. So harsh that the environment in her home is toxic. But her mother wants to support her, and they dread the day when the father comes back. And towards the end of the movie, they show how this wife decides to come out of that relationship to support her child because the child's dreams of becoming a secret superstar were impacted because of the toxicity of the father. Now, this toxicity of the father can happen to all of us. That because we have come through very high paying but toxic jobs, these jobs and these toxic relationships can have a huge impact on our lives. First, it can really damage our self respect. And second, it can damage our own self worth because when somebody is creating that toxic environment, we would start thinking that something is wrong with us, and it can damage our self esteem. And these things are very, very terrible for our overall well being and for the future that lies in front of you. So please, please, please fix your self respect, fix your self worth, and fix your self esteem. This is very critical. That toxicity may have damaged these three things. To explain this, again, let me take an example of a lovely movie. I think one of the finest movies made in the last few years. This movie is called Thappad. Tapsi Pannu is a very doting housewife, capable, but she decided to let go of her career so that the husband's career takes off. And the husband is showed as this ambitious human being, and they both love each other. But in that ambition, life has only become me, me, me for him. And there is a scene in that movie where he slaps his wife, Tapsi Pannu. He gives a thappad. Now, the movie I thought did a remarkable job of taking us into the mind of Tapsi Pannu that when she was slapped, she became numb for the next few days. And she woke up and she was a very different person. And I think the movie tried to convey to all of us as viewers that when something as special and powerful as our self-respect is taken away from us, we lose connection with ourselves. And that's what Tapsi Pannu was shown, that she becomes numb, she's lost. And then she figures out that she's lost because her self-respect, her dignity was taken away by that slap. And then she picks her life up and she applies for a divorce. And that step is to regain her self-worth and self-esteem and self-respect. And throughout the movie, there are these powerful dialogues where Tapsi Pannu only says that, hey, I'm not even discussing apology and all that stuff. I'm discussing that what you did to me was wrong. And I, as a person, will never take that. And I will leave you just because of that one thing. Because that one slap and then one episode took me to a place where I now realize that my values and your values don't match. And I have to fix that. And then she fights this battle, which is a brutal battle she faces. There are these sexist issues, racist issues, and many more government bureaucracies that are shown. But she braves all of them. And that's my request to you, that please, for heaven's sake, reflect on your life. This toxic environment may have caused a damage to your self-respect, your self-worth, and your self-esteem. So please fix that. How do you fix that? This is where there's a lovely book and a very good movie by Elizabeth Gilbert called Eat, Pray, Love. I think it's very important for you to spend time with yourself. Whether you spend that time eating and enjoying some things to nourish your body, praying, I think this is where spirituality and God can really be of great help. And love, we need love. And if you find someone who loves you for who you are, this will lift your self-respect, self-worth, and self-esteem. And please also do self-care. We all don't realize the power of self-compassion. So please do all of that to fix these three issues: self-respect, self-esteem, self-worth. And once you have come to a stage where you feel that, okay, I think I'm now coming back to my competent self, I think now is a time to think about your next innings. That if your next innings are not about making money, and if you don't need money beyond the point to live a decent lifestyle, and you're not stuck up on working for big companies because they pay well, this is the time to reflect on that one question, which is, what do you want to do with your life? And how do you find that right purpose and the right people to work with? And to me, this is a discussion which will take hundreds of videos, but start with a very simple question. Find that one job which connects with your values and your self-respect and your self-dignity and your self-worth and your self-esteem. When you do something you like, your self-esteem and self-worth and self-respect goes up. So find that one thing. Let's say you always loved to teach. This is the time to start teaching. And you don't have to become a full-time teacher. Do a small, simple job in a nearby school or a group of people. And it's important for you to find a tribe of people who give you that confidence. So please look at these two, three things: that find a good community of people who respect you, lift your confidence up, work with them, do things that you enjoy doing so that your confidence comes up. And then start making some decisions that, okay, is this my next career? Is teaching or whatever is it that keeps me happy, has a good set of people I want to be a part of? Does this give me joy and that confidence? And if the answer is yes, that's your path. But let me caution you one important step. When you are going to the toxic cultures, please reflect on an important question: that did you do enough to deal with the toxic culture? Many times we keep quiet, maybe because of lack of confidence. So learn to be assertive. You will find more toxic people even in your purpose. You have to learn to deal with them. There will be difficult customers, horrible toxic human beings around you, narcissists. You have to deal with them. So please don't ignore that. So this is the time for you to upskill yourself and your communication skills and your leadership skills to be able to handle these narcissistic people and these toxic people. You have to learn to be assertive. You have to learn to deal with them. You have to learn to deal with your own emotions, jealousy, anger, frustration, so that you don't end up in another toxic environment. So let me summarize. I think after this Hari Sadhu episode of your life, I'm glad that you're out of it. Congratulations. It takes courage to take the step you have taken, and I really appreciate you have taken it. Spend the time in lifting your self respect, self worth, and self esteem. Do what you think is right for you. Nourish yourself. Upskill yourself. That's step number two. Learn to be assertive. Learn to speak up. Learn to deal with people. Learn to deal with difficult people. And learn to deal with your own emotions when you deal with difficult people. And step number three, find a place where you love what you want to do there. Find this group of community who respect you and accept you. And you should feel worthy to be a part of it. And they should feel happy to have you around. And if you can connect these dots, this is my suggestion for your second innings. So on that note, please stay safe. Omicron is back. Don't venture out. This will take some time. I think there's no normal out there. Normal will keep changing. So let's learn to deal with it. But please stay safe. Reflect on these points and hope that you have a great 2022 and a wonderful second innings. Take care. Hi there. I hope you're enjoying the videos my team and I are putting together based on the questions you send us. If you like this video, do check out the others on the channel. And also check out the courses I and my team of experts teach on communication, confidence, collaboration, curiosity, creativity, and competence on our website some.education. That's some.education. All the details are in the description box below. Last not least, please do like, share, and subscribe to our videos. They really help us. I do videos every Sunday 5 p.m. based on your questions. So keep them coming and stay tuned.